Hello, I'm Steve Mason and welcome to the podcast for Johnny Mnemonic, and I'm pressing play now. That menu screen is totally old school. It's the morning after I recorded let's try Star Pictures kicks in here, a big glamorous intro. It's the morning after Flight the Navigator. I thought Flight the Navigator was going to be my last podcast before my operation this afternoon. I haven't slept well at all. The second decade of the 21st century, corporations rule. The world is treated by a new plague, NAS, nerve attention syndrome, fatal epileptic. This causes a cure unknown. So you get this massive text roll of white light. It's red font in a white. It's nice font actually. There's nothing cheap about it. It's quite tricky as well. It gives you the backstory, like rats in the walls of the world. Just foreshadows a little bit. So I'm going to the operation this afternoon, and this will be the fourth podcast I've now got to develop. But you know, I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit shitting myself. I didn't sleep well last night because I was worried about today. Fell asleep watching Natural Born Killers, the director's cut, which I felt like was in purgatory. I kept waking up and it was just fucking craziness. Johnny Mnemonic in bright red font, stretching into white and shattering into glass. So this is the internet. Comes up with an internet date as well. Internet, VR was big popular back then. The internet 2021, so pretty hell. Not long till then. This movie, I think, was made before Speed, but came out after Speed. Speed was a massive blockbuster hit. And Keanu Reeves, who had been in Bill and Ted, but had obviously been in also Bram Stoker's Dracula, stuff like My Own Private Idaho, it very much he was making this turn into an action star. And this again is by 20th Century Fox, who did do Speed. And it's a really far advanced story. It's about the idea of having a hard drive in your head and smuggling data in a time where data is the most important thing, and it can't be sent via the network or internet and stuff like that. So yeah, but in order to have the implant put in his head, he has no long-term memory, which is his childhood, and he wants it back. And it's one of those things where, would you want to remember your childhood? And childhood was terrible. Oh yeah, just get rid of it. But then you can't remember your childhood. But then you would get it back and you go, well, I didn't want it back. And just, you know, it plays on that. But he pretty much gets stuck with the cure for NHS. We've got ice. He pretty much gets stuck with the cure to NHS in his head, and he's overloaded as well. He was in Walk of the Clouds same year. There was a proper boom of Keanu Reeves movies as well. He's not stopped. He's been in a lot of movies. And I've just been listening to podcasts for Trespass, and I mentioned Ice-T in that. So I've literally got it and went, right, I'll do Johnny Mnemonic, because I wanted to do Johnny Mnemonic for a while. I have the big box VHS, which has Keanu Reeves just standing there in his proper low-bearing shot, like Planet of the Land of the Giants. You know, it's just him, but he looks elongated. He's just looking down, holding the gun. It's Johnny Mnemonic, and it's just meet the ultimate hard drive. And you think like, okay, that's not very futuristic at all. The DVD that came out is just a close-up of his face with loads of font, and Johnny Mnemonic wrote downwards. Dolph Lundgren's name is also on the box. And I also have the Laserdisc of this. It's never been opened, and the Laserdisc cover is pretty awesome. It's Keanu Reeves, like half running, kind of like big cheesy, gritting his teeth, grinning as Keanu Reeves can do, and loads of blues and pinks and stuff around, like data crashing behind him. So yeah, just a massive rant there. I've left my phone in the other room charging. It's just stupid, really. Hang on, I'll boot my iPad up. So yeah, riots. There's a couple of dodgy CGI shots in this movie. It's very grounded. It's got a very carries that kind of dread. It's that mid-90s movie. It's like the vision of the future was so dark, especially with Demolition Man, of what the future was going to be like, and it's You know, the worry of rise of pollution, viruses. I'll get out of this. I'll just walk across the fucking car. In Beijing. Yeah. Score's pretty dull as well. Not dull isn't dull, but it's sci-fi futuristic again. Probably borrows a lot from where Blade Runner was going and stuff like that. There's a weird shot coming up here with a fish tank. Beautiful fish tank in the middle of the foyer. And he sees a little girl, it's almost like a shiny thing, but his head's so elongated. Look, it's like, okay. It's a great film, like. I've always liked it. I say I bought the VH, I've a big box VHS, I've always had it. You know, I bought it because it was like, I think it was one of the ones where it came out so fast around Speed, and everyone was wanting Speed, and here comes John Mnemonic, and just bought it on big box VHS. And here comes the first hack in the background. Ice-T, looking very creepy, looking like one of them fucking Snapchat filters. 2 decades before the fucking Snapchat filters. This film was in '85, wasn't it? So there we go. He's gonna jack up his data right behind the back of the earlobe. Hello. Finally shits up. Doubling this data. Fuck me, how many floors? Doubler. The doubler. Yeah, there. That's totally bodgy CGI. Jesus. Give fair play. It's '95. Oh, and some the eyes fade in. Now the actor here. No, it's not the same actor. Sorry, I do apologise. Yeah, that was a really dodgy CGI shot. It's as dodgy as the hand that gets cut off in a minute and you see it drop to the floor. Anchovies. Double G's, anchovies. I said that at a pizza shop once, we don't do anchovies. I see, okay. So I'll have a chicken sweet corn pizza, please. Double G's, anchovies. I wanted to do Journey Mnemonic as a fast forward review. Mainly because I'd watched it recently and I thought, you know, I wanted to revisit it. I just bought a brand new suit, so I was going to wear the suit for it. And obviously VR headsets, you know what I mean, there's a couple on sale I've seen around. I was going to get VR headsets and then try and come up with some quirky idea. I don't know, I just thought it would be interesting to do, but again with fast forward reviews, there's so many filmed, I just develop one a month now and that's how it comes out. And these podcasts, I'm trying to bring out one a week, just as and when, you know. But again, I filmed that many. It's just to sort of make sure I've got enough content ready for you. Johnny Mnemonic. Come on. There's only one Johnny Mnemonic in the world. I don't need a hyphen. Fucking end, do I? You fucking shitty thing, man. There's only one Johnny Mnemonic. Double N, not double H. Tickets. So he's got a first class ticket. Obviously a couple of years before The Matrix. I know Will Smith was originally going to be Neo in The Matrix, which you can see, you know. But Keanu Reeves did it. I remember listening to the podcast, the commentary for The Day the Earth Stood Still, and the director's like, if you're going to cast somebody as an alien, who else are you going to cast for Keanu Reeves? You just have to sit there and look there and he looks like a fucking alien. I was just like, that's perfect. So Johnny Mnemonic came out in 1996. It was made in 1995 but was released in February 1996. Action, crime, sci-fi. Director Robert Longo. Let's have a look what Robert Longo did. What else he's famous for. As the transaction goes down, he's famous for an REM video. That's it. Okay. So it's almost like a one-off director. Let's get a bit of trivia on the go. Hit me! So basically, as the data goes into his head and he gets overloaded, he gets a code of 3 different pictures, and just one of them happens to be a ghost in the system as well. Baldy. During the scene in the back room of Crazy Bob's computer store, it sounds like Johnny asked for an iPhone 12 years before it was launched. So yeah, it was ahead of its time. I want an iPhone. So you get the overload of information there as well. It's great visuals. It's almost like Flight the Navigator last night, going back in time. He's spacing on. The script was rumored to be dumped on the doorstep of Keanu Reeves' house, and led him to accepting the role. So yeah, they dumped the script at his house. That's how he did it. Again, he was wanting to do more stuff at the time. At one point, Johnny's brain implants his direct security scanner. Based on the short story Johnny Mnemonic, it also draws heavily from the novel Virtual Light. The film was shot on location in Canada, in Toronto and Montreal, and my iPad's just decided to ask if I want to register it. I've registered twice, so I don't use it for its poop. Sony realised early on the potential of reaching the target domestically through the internet marketing, and its new technology division promoted the film with an online scavenger hunt offering $20,000 in prizes. One executive was quoted as remarking, "We see the internet as a turbocharged word of mouth. Instead of one person telling another person something good is happening, this is one person telling millions the world." The film's website finishes future cross promotions on selling Sony's signature issue John Mnemonic merchandise, such as Hack Your Own Brain t-shirt. Fucking hell, it was ahead of its time, wasn't it? Fucking using the internet to promote a film. Who thought of that? There we go. The people at Sony are fucking Johnny Mnemonic. Jesus Christ. Very unhappy. At one point, Christopher Lambert was in connections for the lead role. I could see that happening. It is a Christopher Lambert role. You know, Christopher Lambert's running away from someone who wants to cut off his head and put it in a box. Okay, I can see why they thought Christopher Lambert. Val Kilmer was originally set to star, but left the project after offered the role of Batman Forever. Kilmer later played Chris Sellers in Heat, a role that Keanu Reeves was in early talks for, but ultimately turned down. So that's an interesting one. In the back room of Crazy Bob's shop, the Japanese characters on the internet, 2021. There we go. Right, I want to go. There's a lot of crap going on there. There we go. Some CGI, just practical. You know, like a fucking nail thing. It's a like firewire. Firewire. There's a little song for you. And I walk in, bang bang, and some anime manga kicks off in the background. Very Japanese heavy cultural influence as well throughout the movie. Next time, knock, Baldy. That's not the fake hand. The fake hand's what goes in the fire. Poor Dev. Just walk in and mass murder everyone as the fax is going through. Fax just happens to be, oh, there he is with his fucking wire again. And there we go. He's got one half of the puzzle, Barry's got another, and there's one stuck in limbo. And Baldy's back. Baldy's not a very good henchman. Get him. So I'm guessing they're the Yakuza. And he gets his hand chopped off there. That's it. It's all about the fingernail. It gives that away. The guy who's about to appear, I'm sure, The guy who's meant to appear is the guy from Battle Royale. In I think this is one of his first English speaking roles. He does look so creepy here as well. He's got the hat on, he's got the hair, and look, he's just completely spray tanned himself in seconds. Master of disguise. Free City of Newark. Oh my god. Ten Sky Kenatu. He's been on a lot. I think it's one of his very first speaking English roles as well. Again, it goes back to me Pray the Roller Boys podcast, that urban fallout, that, you know, that was the vibe in the early 90s of where everything goes. There's a fucking Concorde, fucking hell. Well, they didn't get that one right, did they? But, you know, they've been alright so far. iPhone, digital US passport, yep, that definitely needs to happen, like. Borrowing a bit from Total Recall there, with body scan, that's going to happen as well. You know, that happens at airports there. Synapse seepage. Free City of Newark. Again though, yeah, it feels a bit Judge Dreddy as well. It's that whole, just the way the 90s were about it. Again though, he goes a bit like, there he is, that's Kento. Rising Sun, Die Hard, it's got heavily, speak to me, your Japanese is terrible. Speak to me in English, your Japanese is terrible, it's really good. Sadness and nuts. What did you say? Your Japanese is terrible. Speak to me in English. I don't know, it's just the lighting. It does look like it's a Nakatomi building now. It's a heavily different cultures clash as well, you know, sci-fi, all that going on. I couldn't see Val Kilmer being in it. I just say, give a shout out to Gavin, who's left work. He's off to live in London. Gavin was someone I'd really be interested to do a podcast with, even though I probably said about 2 words in the entire podcast. I was just on about Val Kilmer there, and I got my The Lost Soul, the story of Richard Stanley's Island of Dr. Monroe documentary back on Blu-ray, which I highly recommend anyone ever watching. It's fucking brilliant, and Gav just gives that back last night, but that's on it goes in a lot of detail about Val Kilmer. Now, probably wasn't a good thing to cast Val Kilmer at this time, you know, because Val Kilmer was Batman, you know. So yeah, he's got half the code. We're trying to work out the code. Obviously there's a ghost in the system as well, and again there's another like anime and manga reference. Oh, the taxi cab. He's proper creepy. It's the I'm the richest man in the universe from Ace Ventura as well. Like taxi cabs. Something creepy. I enjoy Keanu Reeves. I mean, I did watch Bram Stoker's Dracula, and I was just like, he does have some hit or miss films, but like Lake House, I like that. I did buy Speed 2 yesterday. That's what I'm gonna. I think that's where this one's come from as well. I do Speed and Speed 2, as well as The Things. But I'm trying to just literally, this wasn't planned, I just got up and I'm just like, right, okay, that's good. This girl here is proper menacing in a way, and then there's Henry Rollins as well. Spider in an early road. I'm sure that's the girl from Starship Troopers as well. Fucking menacing as fuck eyes. These bodyguards there looking down at him. There's definitely some kind of like cross-gender theme going on in this pub. There's a lot of people walking around in spandex if you're paying attention to the background. Oof! You just would love to do that to somebody who came at you. Fucking wrist lock, fucking head slam. Oof. Hold your hand out. Is that the same girl from Starship Troopers? Fucking hell, Johnny Mnemonic has got a massive synopsis on the back of the box of the DVD which fell on the floor now facing upward. Dina Meyer? It looks like her from Starship Troopers, but it might actually not be. Yeah, it is. Dizzy from Starship Troopers. She's also in Saw as Kerry. Yeah, she's also in Team America as well. So yeah. Ice-T, man. Dolph Lundgren, Henry Rollins. That guy's there is Udo Kier. Trying to see if there's any what film I was watching last night or reading up about. It might have been True Romance when Jack Black was in it, but it was cut from the scene. Yeah, there's a lot of actors in it. Baldy. Yeah, Taxi Cab. Nothing futuristic about that Taxi Cab. And here is Ice-T, and that is the kid as well from Star Trek. Let me give me another shot of them binocular effects, please, and judge them. They look high tech. I'm not sure about Keanu Reeves, who his sideboards cut straight as well. Yeah, that's a futuristic style. Just to mask different contrast to Ice-T's hair there, like fucking hell. Massive dreads. You gotta be Johnny. It's a very dodgy deal to be going down, like, isn't it? Yeah, business deal. All the way from Beijing to Newark. And you go into this little, like, come down place, dodgy deal. And again with the motion sensors there, these little tricks. Baldy. You lied. Kicked right in the face. It's like Roman. Shut that door. I got all right. There's such a small role for that kid who's in Star Trek. He gets shot. I love some of the shots there as well, the decay. It's the fallout, project areas kind of thing. There you go, shot straight in the head and he does a fucking Jeff Hardy. Shot straight up through the throat, fucking hell. And it's really cool how Ice-T just appears down here like fucking Spider-Man. His VR headset. Smack. This big ass guy there. Fucking razor blade. Blade right in the fucking chest. So you've gone from like It's almost like they call them the scraps, don't they? I think just disassemble this gun. Disassembles this gun when he actually goes to fight. He has like 2 shots in it or something. J-Bo. And there's heaven in the background. A cool idea and concept for a laboratory, a base of operations, the bridge all dismembered and stuff like that, where there's no, you've got to come up with all the built up underneath the bridge kind of thing. You're up off the ground, but you're not out of the way of anything. Johnny! Not on the head! Look at his eyes, like dunk. I love how it's just his forehead flat on the surface, dunk, and that's it. Not in the head. Right, that opera singer was there before. Oh. This guy with the robot hands. There's a lot of gritty science fiction kind of thing going on there. I mean, what's she wearing on her head down there? It's like an umbrella with fucking bits hanging up. I don't know. And then even the bartender there is like sort of like almost half cross-dressing, but then half a robot as well. It's definitely the theme there. Does it say with the extra features or anything? There's nothing. There's no extra features on the DVD at all. The hottest data on Earth is not the coolest head in town. It's not as big snaps as the movie, but there's no extra features at all, and it's a shame. I mean, it can get a Blu-ray release. I mean, this has been played on Blu-ray player and it looks okay. Again, though, it depends what they want to do. It'd be great to see it on Blu-ray. I would buy it straight away on Blu-ray. Everyone's after his head. Oh, hang on, got a cup of coffee. Fucking hell. Jeez, keep getting a cup of coffee, starting a podcast and forgot I got them. Yeah, fence shaft. You bitch. Oh, and here comes, oh yeah, he's there as well, the other guy, with a fingernail. This fucking metal grater right in his fucking bush in a second. I love how they just chop his head off. I don't know, just fucking jack it in down the wood. The cord in it. So they're gonna crying jellic. No, the idea is there for freezing his head, but it's gone. Here we go. Smack. Down with a fucking kick to the face. Knife versus. She's got some menacing eyes, that girl, like. Bulldoze, isn't it? 20 grand to get her out of there. Right in the wrist. So a tag team is formed. The more accuser has appeared. Oosh, right in the head. It's a very violent film, this. It doesn't hold back. I mean, it's a borderline 18, in my opinion. If this was in the 80s, it would have been an 18. Come on! Another weird one as well, very similar at the time, and it might have been the film he took instead of Speed 2. Like, you almost cut me! Moves him out the way and chops him up like fucking sushi. It's horrible, this, but I mean the CGI. It's pretty decent, you know. Chain reaction, the water power and the explosion and the motorbikes, and he's rocking his long hair, and it's just fucking weird. I think he made the right call not to do Speed 2. Jason Patric, you know, obviously from the Lost Boys, you know, returns to Sandra Bullock's right casting choice for what would come back for Jason Patric. But like, I love that shot there, the smoke and all that. But yeah, just ranting on. I'll wait to watch Speed 2 as a podcast. And just so happens they run into an area of an ambush. Diddle-oo. She got a gun on Neil. Yeah. Getting great suspense. That's fucking Ed Sheeran. Looks like a young Ed Sheeran there. How did you not see all them? I love the music as well. It's got that industrial Fallout kind of thing. Dun, dun. Get in that sewer. Great aerial shot that. There's a lot of cast on that shot there. I remember the first time I ever opened a manhole cover. Being a massive fan of the Turtles, and it was like an operation open a manhole cover. So I said, "What are you doing?" Nothing, you know. And your friends, like probably Jack was definitely probably there. Jack's older brother Kieran, Adam as well, and there would have been just like, right, okay, like Jimmy Angel. I think we were trying to open a manhole cover because of Turtles, and I just remember opening it up and it was like a foot down, and then it just was like all it was a foot in like a fucking corded off little runway pipe, and I was like, like in America, I was like another fucking world down there, but obviously up here in Britain, it's nothing like the sewers. So yeah, a little rant about manhole covers. It's better than therapy, I think. So there we go, overload flashpoints. No subliminal warnings at the start of this movie for epilepsy, because they are very heavy when they come on. Visual as well. It's almost like the end of a fucking Games Master. Get ready to record for your cheat codes. Like, yeah. That's a fucking lush tattoo. I wasn't too keen on getting me back tattooed. And here's the first sign of the ghost as well. The ghost in the machine. Even though I've got like my entire arm tattooed, I think on my back, when you can't see it, it's worse. I'm alright looking at a tattoo getting done, but like, I just I've got to get my shoulder finished, I think. The ghost in the system. So it's almost playing him as the ultimate villain, but then obviously he like redeems himself, you know what I mean? He tries to get his own vengeance, and he's getting flashbacks of his memory, and God, memories are a funny thing, like, aren't they? I think me personally, most of my life being 20 years of footage of my life, it's weird. As I've talked about this before, I'm like, it's weird. I was talking about it on the trespass thing where they're using the camera there, setting up the grenade. They use the camera there, and it's like if you film something and you see yourself from the other perspective, it's quite fucking. It can really, really fuck with your head. Like, I've literally just remembered when I'm ranting on about filming. I put the lottery on last night and I haven't checked it, so I could be a millionaire. Doubted. Last week I got like no number. I was like, thanks. You know. I got a scratch card yesterday, won a fiver, went for a £5 scratch card, won nothing. Just playing the risk and playing the things. Since I'm going out from the operation, they did the operations because it's private, it's like £2,000. And it's like, right, all the crazy shit I buy and all the videos I do about unboxing shit, and it's like, okay, I'm not even allowed to film it, you know, because I've got to get fucking x-rayed and all kinds of shit, and it's like, yeah, thanks, it's gonna fucking suffer. So this is a confession about dumping his long-term memory and stuff like that. He's got a secret, she's got a secret, she's got the black shakes that hasn't came up yet, which will be established in a minute, where we get an introduction of the spider character. This film also, at an early age, told me about the whole Dr. Allcome. When you hear it announced that things, it's a code for all doctors. Dr. Allcome, like there's an emergency word spooking the customers. I think Henry Rollins delivers it really hard. Performance, it's his kind of character he is. You know, he's even on you see on Def Jam Vendetta as a fightable character and all that. He's a bit of a hard ass, like. He wants to get on the internet. There we go. This is the computer shop. I need an iPhone. So yeah, I'm going to check. So yeah, this is set up now. Wipe the desk cliche. Get rid of this mess. You can have an iPhone. He needs an iPhone. Wow, that's amazing. Small screen though. Try and let it look fat. Here we've got the VR gloves as well. So the screens aren't there yet, the technology. Got the virtual reality visor thing. This is cool. It's like is it Heavy Rain? Played Heavy Rain the Detective. You know, definitely inspired by this. When he goes into his little bubble and he's searching for all his stuff and all that, and you can change the concept. Making a long distance phone call. It's a fucking almost like a Lawnmower Man, you know, it's like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if the same kind of people worked on this, you know. That fucking Rubik's Cube there. It's pretty cool. It's a cool sequence. You know, where you could go if you have the time to do it. As well as he gets tracked there and someone else is tracking him as well. Goes a phone call. You're zooming around on the internet. Imagine just living in a world like that. I mean, we don't get that now, do you? Yeah, it's stuff on your phone update, like kind of thing. Just people wouldn't have time. Fucking update status. Fucking I haven't got time for this shit. Like, what's this? Yeah, oh man, simplify it, please. You know. Dr. Allcome, there we go. I can crash your board from right here, man. Got very stealthy if you found him. As the cars come to get him. Shit, the virus. So we're quite a way into the movie yet, and we still haven't had To Love London, even though it was, especially on the VHS, it was Keanu Reeves standing there. It was Keanu Reeves. To Love London, like, To Love London's the Anne character in my opinion in this. Strike. Has he got the spiky fingers? Yeah. I'm gonna get ya. It's a little Freddy Krueger. It is the Yakuza, yeah. They're after him. You're getting no visual effects as well. It's pretty cool there. There's a face being heavily video affected as well. It's almost like he's had his face pushed into one of them, what do you call them, man? Metal things. You put your hand in and handprint. Or the little needles and all that. It's almost like he did his fucking thing in that. Black Bush, and now we get an appearance of the ghost in the system again. Bit of a mystery going on there. Mystery just happens to be one of the key codes, isn't she? Grabs a phone on the way out. And here goes the grenade. Great practical effect, no fucking fire there. Fucking evil guy, I'm like, Takahashi. And here we go. The Love London's making his appearance. The Love London had, by this point, sort of slipped from mainstream. He's going in a transition, like making straight to DVD movies. He's quite one of the early actors to start doing that, you know. This is a lesser role for him. It's a pretty good role for him, but he started doing stuff like Peacemaker and Sweepers and stuff like that. You know, he really got into like straight to DVD productions as well. Even though, I mean, he's a really good actor. Now, now I just remember Stallone seeing him on Masters of the Universe, and he's just like, "You've got him lines to say." It's like, yeah, I'm so looking forward to them two back together in Creed 2, sorry. So I haven't seen much product placement at the moment. It's not like there's vending machines in the background, but it's not even Coke or Diet Coke, you know. Here goes the phone as well. He's got some kind of phone hacking thing there. Hack the planet. Nom, nom, com nom. 555. This is quite a good thing when he's being controlled by his hand. Gigabytes, he's got quite a lot of stuff in his head. Look at the, oh wow, look at all them fucking crazy mannequins in the background just stuck there. I mean, that to me is just like a great set designer as well. It's just like, right, what's handy? Right, I'll buy that in the job lot. I'll put that in the job lot. You never know where it's going to be useful. I mean, fuck me, there's fucking loads of mannequins in the background. I mean, I know this is where she's got the black shakes, but there's mannequins everywhere you look. Starts having the attack here. Yeah, he's got the NHS. She's got the black shakes. Everyone's looking as well. It's not like it's meant to be everywhere, you know. Look, there's a fucking, oh my god, that's so creepy. There's a mannequin face like being pushed through plastic. She's like, taxi. The spider's van. Spider. You're not invited, so fuck off. I think it's the words were shouted through the fucking... She's sick, man. What is it? The fuck off thing. You're not expected, you're not invited, so fuck off. I love how quick he comes out the door. Get down here, man. He's here. So Spider's workshop. A lot of hanging random rope and chains and stuff, just for decoration. Bits everywhere. Yeah. His was quite good to start. His eyes get a little bit darker and stuff like that, and I think he just comes on a fucking mission. It's quite funny, I think. The preacher's out. Street preacher. There we go. There we go. Square box. Added special effects. No fucking monopoly effects. It's got God and technology packets. Santa Carmen is the ghost of the machine. Did. Yeah. She's a ghost in the system. See, I wasn't expecting to do a podcast this morning, but yeah, okay. Ow. This will be definitely a ghost in the machine. Yeah, this will be the last one. I have no idea what's going to happen there. It's an omcom. Hey, what are you doing? Just jacking in. Here comes a ghost again on the machine. He's kicking off. Just Johnny. So. Just Johnny. We don't get a lot of that around here, just Johnny. I love how there's lots of like foil around the walls. Like wrapping it around your fucking brain. So, Street Preacher is about to take on the bartender. I don't know what looks more fake, his fucking beard or his wig. Robotic hand. Froze his hand. Cryogenic. Freezing cold. Even this bit's quite brutal. Again, it's pretty brutal, that, like. Especially look at the blood and wire and stuff like that across the other fuse. Getting into like It's crazy how it's not an 18. Especially like there's a psycho priest killer going around with like very similar to like he is a Scott in Universal Soldier where he's just gone. Like he's gonna be a crazy street preacher. He's like half a cyborg. Do you remember Universal Soldier? Like just be like that, but you're a preacher instead. You know. I might go back to the trivia, see if there's any more trivia noise. It's the demise of the robot bartender has gone there. The spider works hard to again, look at the strobe light effect there. It's like fucking hell. It's going on 10:30. We've only got about half an hour left of this movie. Let's get back to the trivia. See what else we've got. Don't get much around here, just Johnny. Johnny apparently takes a Concorde in New Jersey. In real life, the Concorde was retired in 2003. Right, okay. The film takes place. The bartender seen the electronic prostate arm with reference to rats. The bartender introduced early in William. So the bartender's from a different story, actually. In the film, Keanu Reeves plays a man who smuggles data from cyberspace. 4 years later, he starred in a computer hacker who learns that he's been living in a computer program, The Matrix. Okay. It's the final film. Oh, it's the final film of Robert Longo, so he must have died. The film has no company credits at the beginning of the film. The TriStar Horsey appeared, actually. After finishing work on the film, Dina Meyer began working on her second feature film, Dragonheart. Early in development, Bruno was in talks of supervising the soundtrack. Bruno. And possibly play the street preacher. So you're going to have this fucking lead singer of U2 play the street preacher who was smoking crack. Henry Rollins' character is based on Mad Stan, a character who will later go on to be voiced in Batman Beyond. Right, okay. Fuck! Just runs him over. Oh, sinners! Fuck! I'm just on about Keanu Reeves, how he's getting purple and purple underneath the eyes. In Doctor 2 Time Heist 2014, there is a character in an episode played by Jonathan Bailey called PSI Like Johnny. PSI has the ability to store data in his mind, also like Johnny. PSI has deleted all of his memory of his family. So Doctor Who borrowed a bit from John Mnemonic, and that is the trivia. As we get to the hospital there, the opening scene scroll mentions second decade of the 21st century, but the date stamp once the movie begins says the internet 2021. This would be the third decade, so someone's picked up on the fact that the decades and centuries are all wrong. Most of the guns are actually paintball guns. Okay. Takahashi calls Dolph Lundgren by his real name when hiring him for the job to hit Johnny. Dolph, what are you doing? Do you want to be in this movie? Oh, this is the audition. You've got it. Johnny throws a gun away after running out of ammo. His next shot, he can be seen still holding a gun. That'll be coming up in a minute, actually. A street preacher being ran over by a spider's van is clearly a dummy figure disguised as the character. Well, obviously they're going to run Dolph Lundgren over. It's a fucking movie. It's a jackass. When spiders explain to Johnny, out of sync apparently. When Johnny has a chair hospital, Jane looks on. The camera circulates, or the camera passes behind Spider. You can clearly see the cameraman's shadow on Spider's back as slowly swoops by. That's probably about to happen. Okay. Street preacher's wardrobe changes between shots when the character is implying Jane's palms. Continuity errors. When the street preacher is crucifying Spider in the hospital, he picks up the same knife twice from the equipment table. Well, okay. So everything in the gaffs is pretty much taking place right about now. Yeah, a guy fitting out in the background. That's for the dedication, the extra act in that, like. Well played him. This must be the scene now. Wow, that little shadow there, that little shadow on the bottom of Henry Rollins' shoulder. Yeah, okay, exactly. Just, I'm glad I read Goose there. Yeah. It's a great shot though, panning right around. Is a guy still career acting over there? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where's the shaky man in the background? Yep, he's still shaking away. It's dedication, that, yeah. That's a really good long twist and take, like, till we get Dr. Allcom and So my idea for the rest of the day after this, I'm gonna have some food. Let's treat it like a last meal. Have a really long ass shower and basically just get ready. Yeah. Since I've got the camera set up, I might do a little bit of filming after this. Sitting in the Stone Cold Steve Austin original WWF t-shirt and Thundercat pants. I just woke up, opened up my drawer and just grabbed what I could. It's so hot, I've been sleeping naked. NAS, not NHS. Henry Rollins is it's quite a strong performance. I mean, he is. I don't know. It's kind of sort of him. He's just hardline delivering, I think. He does look like he's memorised it quite a bit. But let's have a look. Henry Rollins, Spider. He's definitely a hard nut, like. He's definitely classed as a workaholic. He's been in stuff like Feast, Lost Highway. He's frontman of his band's Black Flag as well. Old Sinner. Been 68 films as well. He's still working to this day. But we'll go right down. He'd been in a couple of movies, including The Chase with Charlie Sheen, and then joined Mnemonic. He was in Heat as well. Lost Highway, Jack Frost. So yeah, really just, this is a really, really early on movie for himself as well, so that's pretty good. He's about to meet his demise now with the, let's see, one knife. See, is this the same shot? Was the man right? It's the same shot. He's crucified. So that's a couple of deaths that have actually happened off camera there. So you'll see the bartender as well. So we're about to go to the final act of the movie. Massive red telephone. That's his iPhone. As they're about to go to heaven, and we're going to meet Jones, and we're going to have a bit of fight off. Everyone's going to combine to one area. That's just creepy, that. Get away. Again, look at all that desk there. Yes, it's a cool. It's fucking crazy. Let's drop a bug on Spider and the fucking drop fucking car bombs from the fucking roof. It's banging on a pan. Hey, maybe I'm watching that. Who's making all that fucking rack? It's like last night there was a guy. There's a house at the bottom of my street and across the road. And the police have been around a couple of times, That was a great like digital match shot that. And this guy just brays on the window. I think he's last us locks him out on purpose because he's been out somewhere, definitely like drug related, and he just brays on the window and brays on the window and brays on the window, and it's just like, and it's like one of them big double glazed windows, and it's a big window, and it's sort of like, and he's just like a rectangle, and he's just braying right in the middle, and it fucking echoes up the street. So fucking, he can wake us up. And I'm at least 5 houses away from the fucking twat. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, Keanu Reeves is really looking strung out here himself, you know, the pressure on his brain and stuff. And I just think that little bit of detail is pretty decent. Mindhunters, what I was talking about as well. I'm going to get that down in my collection. Revisit Mindhunters again and watch it because it's a good film. I'm sure Rennie Harlan's done the commentary for that, and I think that'll definitely be on the podcast, even though it's a pretty unknown film. But yeah, I think this is a great film. Like, it's Drop a Bug on Spider. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna drop it. But again, though, this like here it reminds us of Judge Dredd, a bit of, you know, like they were building futuristic sets built out of all kinds of Fallout kind of stuff and all that. Just an excuse for explosion. I remember that on this tournament, one of the last things we filmed on the set of the tournament was the guys blowing up a caravan. And they were like, right, well, this caravan's just sitting there, just blow it up. And I was just like, alright. And I got a really good shot, actually. I got a really good shot of Scott hugging most of the cast as the director. I was just like, yeah, they're all clapping because it was the final scene they shot for the film in Bulgaria. And I think in the movie, you see this, it's in the montage where I get killed, I think. And you just see his caravan explode, and you think, yeah, it's pointless. Just fucking just blew a caravan up for the crack. Sorry, Keanu Reeves, man, fucking crazy fucking shit. I want room service. I love this bit. See that city over there? That's where he's supposed to be. He's fucking classy, yeah. I want room service. I want a 10,000 a night dollar hookah. Hookah. I fucking love it. He pulls his belt up. I want my shirt pressed. In Beijing. He's had enough. I love that scene. He just snaps so out of character. He's just had enough, and like, you know, you got the burning bug in the background. The smoke's coming up behind him, and he's on this like this scene, and then heaven comes down. J-Bone reappears. Oops. Sorry about that. So the mystery about what Jones is, and obviously you need to see Jones and it's all kept a secret. The payoff of what Jones is, and obviously, again, did people just drop acid? Oh, Spider send you. Oh, I've got the Ice T's like double look of the van, thinking that they just killed Spider by dropping a bug on him. So say again, with visuals fast. You know, there was no warning about the strobe effect on the film.
miniature matte painting kind of thing. But I don't remember seeing anything back then of Johnny Mnemonic. You know, it was just one of the ones where I think they didn't know where it lay, where it was going to come out. But Speed was a massive, monumental blockbuster, like, for the time. Especially for me, because I remember seeing the poster in the old school Odeon pictures and stuff like that, where you would see a poster like almost a year in advance. Like, you would see Dumb and Dumber, and you would see Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels sitting on a fucking Forrest Gump bench which says wet paint. And I remember seeing the poster of Speed, and I think I've got the special edition. I've got a special edition DVD of that, which has Keanu Reeves standing with his gun down. But the original cover, which was on the VHS, was always like the half face of Keanu Reeves, like looking back. It's almost like a Die Hard kind of thing, with the bus flying up and the very orangey, in which they've mimicked with the second one as well. And I remember, like, who's that face? I remember that face, and obviously it's Bill and Ted, you know what I mean? And you see him in an action movie as well. But I love looking back and thinking about times like that at the pictures, unlike what you get now, where you fucking walk in and it's just popcorn this, popcorn that, what's coming out soon, and posters are rare, and, like, you know, you just don't, like, get that I mean, you go on IMDb and you go and look at new posters, and film companies drop about 14 different posters of, like, what's going to be. And, like, I was talking the other day with Hurricane Rain about Kevin Costner, how Draft Day and 3 Days to Kill on IMDb, the fucking posters look exactly the same. Just one he's holding the gun, the other one he's holding the fucking football, American football. Yeah, sorry, I went on a right bitch fest about once. But yeah, Heaven's really cool, how it's all been, like, made, and all the background and all the Fallout kind of things as well. There's Heaven. Yeah, you realise these are the computer hackers. Look at the video tower, man, and the fucking screens. And that's pretty cool as well. Again, bit Matrixy that as well, isn't it? Does have a bit of Matrix vibe as well, especially the cold blues and the smokes and the drain of colour, and the retrofitted wall. And then, you know, what's that in the tank? And this is Jones. I know they've been serious and today, like, you do realise he's a dolphin. The cyborg fucking dolphin. It's a mammal. Friendzilla. I love how they give him, like, a red eye, like fucking Kano from Mortal Kombat. The code breaker, or it's a dolphin, a robot dolphin. So as the Yakuza turn up, oh, binoculars, and yeah, okay, I'll give them. You know, state of the art binoculars, no, like, double rings that I bitch on about a lot. Yeah, you put your helmet on. Everyone else in that car had the helmets on in a car. Low on a chair, you got to be executed. Tank Girl's another film which actually stars Ice-T as well, you know, which he probably did about the same time. Keanu Reeves, though, from the start of this film to now, the way his makeup is on his face now, he looks like he's lost about a stone in weight. You know, that 5 o'clock shadow, you know, the darkness in the eyes, he looks, you know, like, that's one thing I really do give the film credit for.
He's stressed. He's bad. He does. He's lost loads of weight there. So these guys have come ready. They've got rocket launchers. I love it how they've just like all hooked onto like a flat bit of metal. What happens when you get up to that metal and there's no walkway to grab onto? What then? Yeah. The first image is it's almost like a comic book hero, isn't it? Real helicopter. This Takahashi is coming in. Again, with that shot we've seen before, that just looks like the shot reversed, to be honest with you. He wasn't walking backwards or anything, but you know. Hit me. So now we get like a montage of visuals as well. Back into that Matrix thing, the internet thing. And we also get a flying dolphin around. The accuser are about to attack and take out the two love buggers. Beheaded like the fucking Highlander. See, the two comic relief have just been killed off. He's about to drop another love bug though. There is the payoff. And the girl who's shouting Brody, who we've had no connection with or who they are, whatever, she's just going to turn around and snap and fucking fire a rocket launcher up. Motherfuckers. And again, they're a Yakuza and she's an angry American girl. So that's, you know, something's completely missing there, or totally miscast. Oh, she's not holding back, she's putting another shot. And one that's going to blow him out of his seat. So it's a plot device, but then there's no who they are. It probably would have made sense if it was the two bodyguards, if they had tagged along with that guy, since the last time you seen with the bodyguard, he was like, they were in that hallway scene, the alley scene, sorry. And the last who had a wrist cut, like that could have been them two, you know, and like one of them got squished by the love bug, and then the one on Lash, and there is it, because she gets a like shot right in the fucking throat for more brutalism. That should have been the two bodyguards, rather than just a random lass who's just went absolutely nuts, who's meant to be part of the Yakuza. So we got like a good, like, little mad little fight going on here. Takahashi's been dropped off on the top. Again though, no one can get up to it, but if you've got a helicopter, like the government probably would, you don't really stand a chance, because they're going to, like, they could just drop on the top, lay low bombs and boom. So Takahashi's just walked straight into this. So random. Right, he's got 2 bullets left. Not in the head. Coming on with a samurai sword. The ghost of the machine. See, I don't think her being on, she should have just appeared on all them screens at the same time as well. That would have been cool, rather than some weird projector out of nowhere and an explosion. That would have been fine. So she's the mystery in the machine. She's going to turn Takahashi against everyone else. She doesn't want to accept the fact.
Oof, shot. Shot by his apprentice more than anything, his henchman. Goodbye, Bob. There he goes with his fucking fingernail again. Imagine trying to master that thing. He's swinging it around like a fucking lasso, and you like, whoosh, oh, just chop your foot off. I don't think this is for me. Oh, they're on the cargo nets, aren't they? That uppercut there with a pipe was like someone from Streets of Rage. It's a proper goal swinging or uppercut. How's that? Again, we're saying that, like, the thing is they're fighting on containers and there's creepy walkways and stuff like that. You know, it's pretty cool. Here he comes with his fucking fingernail again. God, look at that. He goes fucking full on creepy there, like. And I fall into the container that is tipping as well. Straight out the back door. Get him with the nets. And for a blue screen, it doesn't look too bad. Black water in the background, you know, it's not really. Again, there, that did look a bit. It's about the blacks to me. Blacks always get us with blue screen. Black on black, you can just see the difference. And his own demise of his own fingernail. He's about to lose his head. So you can see why Christopher Lambert. Imagine if Christopher Lambert was in this. Like, oh yeah, like beheading everyone. There we go. He's beheaded. There's a fucking container goes down there as well. Whoa! I don't know what the fuck was going on there, but the container seemed to like go through the body, and then the body landed after the container, which makes gravity sense that now the preacher's here just randomly. But yeah, I don't like that effect. The body shouldn't. That was weird. So where'd the preacher come from? God, it's a film. There's anarchy happens in heaven here, and everything's blown up, and it's like a rebel fighting. Just a bit like it is at the end of Total Recall. Takahashi's still just he gives him the cord. He tries to you know, he's dead. Yeah, he just tries to help at the end, resurrect himself. Meanwhile, Jane is about to as well, he's just totally like changed as well. He's went from having his big like fucking woolly mammoth fucking thing on to just his red robe. Come to Jesus. Just so fucking. You just come to Jesus. Easter's hooked up. Fucking big hands, eh? Keanu Reeves is someone should have been in the Expendables as well. But the Dolphin's gonna get him. Fucking gamma rays him. CGI and loads of cause I think it's just something to do because he's got loads of body implants and all that as well. They're all exploding within his body, and he turns around and grabs like the electrical thing and electrocutes himself. Now he gets one swung at him. Almost like he's been crucified. CGI fire, lovely. Yeah, it's the whole like crucifixion state of mind. But with crisp. So there's no bad guys left. They've all met their demise. J-Bone's still alive. Jones is still alive. Piece of shit. So now they just need one more chord. Eesh. Ow, my. Scanned in. I'm sure that the second chord had NES on it as well. And the third chord is just blatantly staring them in the face. I am the third chord. I haven't even said this yet, but I've got a friend called Kevin Perry. He pretty much looks like Keanu Reeves in this film. It's down to the hair. Talking in riddles. Burning blue fire. Cracking the teeth together there. This is it. The cure for NHS, NES. Sits down in his little execution chamber. The music, though, you know, the music's just been in the background. It's more. There's nothing memorable about the music. I don't think there's nothing that stood out throughout the film. Low tech. They're doing it. Max Headroom broadcast across the world. The cure for NA, and it's pretty much ends that as well. Hit me. So we got one big Keanu Reeves scream. We got some more internet. Again, really good visual effects for the time. We got a weird Lawnmower Man-esque Johnny Mnemonic as well. Stretched and it's creepy that like. Smashing into particles. Turns into a man. Yeah, it's just. It's a big ending scene that, you know, like. Again, gives credit to Lawnmower Man. They're trying to crack the code and breach the information. Where's the dolphins come to see him? You know what I mean? He's trying to invade the system and all that. Getting shot up by laser beams. Here comes the dolphin. That's what computer games were like at the time though as well. There was some really weird games coming along. Like that. Benty fucking face, like a tree face. There it is. The ghost is the image. NHS now and a Superman sort of. There we go.
And the satellite is done. The download has gone. Blossom of a Brain CGI. There's some good effects there at the time. There we go. The Cure for NAS. NES, I did it right. Again, it's at the end of Flight of the Navigator again. Security. There it is. Imagine if no one was recording it. There we go. Lots of like different shots there as well. Even that shot of the tellies up in there, which is probably the same tellies you've just seen there, in a crucifix style as well. Yeah. There we go. Download complete, and the film just abruptly ends, I think. With a random bike. Through. He's going to get somebody's memory back. Happy birthday, Johnny, age 7. To see his mom. And it almost looked like his mom was the ghost in the system. Would have been a downer if he died at the end, like, but again, they could have went that way. And they're gonna fall in love. Like Speed, we'll have to base it on sex. So friendships. It's a weird composite shot. Looks across the buildings on fire. Farmcom blown up. Burning building. It's fixed. Alright. And then we get a bit of a scare as we think the preacher's going to come back. And they're like, oh my god, looking at him, and like, oh my god, he's moving. Well, I think, is he gonna? And they're picking him up with a crane. No need to pick him up with a crane, like, you could have just picked him up. Hide him out the fucking, there you go, hide him in the fucking water. That was probably the dummy that ran over. Just burn it a bit and then we'll chuck it off this bridge. Fade black. And directed by the late Robert Longo. Written on the screenplay by William Gibson. It's a short story. Presentation by Peter Hoffman. Okay, it's a high build credit for that. So that has been joined Mnemonic. Basic standard black panel, white font. Music's going to kick in. Just kill the audio there 'cause it's kind of like garbagey kind of music, mid-90s kind of stuff. Starring Keanu Reeves. Didn't read just Keanu Reeves. Dolph Lundgren, Takahashi. That's all he's credited as. Takahashi. Ice-T. Dina Meyer. Who's the girl in it. Undo Kerr. Dennis Akamama. Henry Rollins as Triple Bill with Tracy Weed and Don Franks. Wave Barbara Shunukuru as Anna, and we don't. It's never Wave. It should just be Anne. But there we go. So I don't think there's anything hidden at the end of this. I don't think the Dolph Lundgren is going to come back for one last strike. But yeah, cast of characters during Mnemonic. Yeah, it's just powering up there now. Takahashi is Taksai. I don't know. There we go. I'm sure that was his first movie as well. Just letting the credits really fast paced scroll up now. There's a lot of fucking stunts in that. A lot of stunt extras. Fair play to them, like. So yeah, I'm going to have some food. I'm going to have a shower, and then I'm going to go for an operation. So I've been Stephen Mason.
there should be. There's a Jeffrey. Jeffrey Klein is one of the production executives. So yeah, I'm going to end this now because Jeffrey Klein is a production extra. I'll quickly just, sorry, before I say bye, I'm just going to quickly fast forward through the end credits. I don't think there's anything at the end. TriStar, yeah. Menu screen, play a movie, language selection, scene selection. I'm Stephen Mason. Thanks for listening. For now.